to our recap of the Amazing Race All-Stars. Sorry, this is a day late, but the Oscars were on last night.
We had a date with Oscar.
Yeah.
Alright, so the last time they were in China and they're staying in China, they had to get their A's to Chen Clan Academy.
Yeah, so they watched a little presentation, and then they got stamps on their foreheads with the clue.
But boy, were those subways crowded getting there. Or should I say, metro.
Yeah.
When they got to the next stop, which was a play park, when they figured out what the stamps meant on their foreheads, it was at the mall, and it was full of kids.
Kids everywhere!
Kids dressed up in costumes, kids being annoying, kids being annoying.
Yep, everyone playing. It was like Chuck E. Cheese on drugs.
It was a roadblock. One of them had to build a kiddie car from a kit in a box.
The instructions were in Chinese.
Alright, they had pictures though.
Yeah.
The Cowboys really dropped the ball on this one.
They started this leg out in first, and then they didn't realize that they had to take either a taxi or a subway to get to the
They tried
place.
to take their feet, and their feet weren't moving fast enough.
It was too far away.
They were the last ones to arrive at the Tai Chi thing.
Yeah.
And I felt bad for the Globetrotter guy because the little kids that were assigned to like hang out with him.
You're sweaty.
I'm gonna tell him that you're difficult. Don't harass the Globetrotter. He ain't got time for that. He ain't got time for that. So once they finish the car and the toy soldier checks it out and is like, yeah, this is good.
You had to take the car with you, somehow fit it in a taxi, and bring it to the Children's Cultural Center.
Well, you actually had to get a travel kit, which was basically like a kid blanket and some rope.
Yeah, you had to like either tie it so it would stay in the trunk or on the roof or something.
I think everybody did the trunk except for Margie and Luke. They stuck it on the roof. They're like, it's okay, we'll hold it. Mallory totally screwed up here.
Yeah. They were the first ones out of that challenge, but she left Mark's backpack in the street when they were getting in the taxi. So it was gone. They didn't realize it until they were far away.
Yeah, like halfway to the next thing, and she's like, you don't need it, and he's like, yes, I do.
Yeah, she's like, I have your passport. He's like, I need my medicine. She's like, which medicine? The car sick medicine? I have that.
I ain't gonna wear this for next 20-something days.
It's not even my backpack.
I need clean underwear. I gotta return that backpack.
Yeah, well, there was kind of like...
There was a little bit of a meltdown going on there.
There was some pretty crazy tension there.
There was some awkward turtles going on because they don't really know each other well enough to fight and like fight.
Yeah.
So they eventually did go back for the backpack. And it was still there. How miraculous was that?
I was amazed that it was still there, that no one picked that up.
Well, at the roadblock, Jennifer of the Singing Country Girls asked one of the cowboys, I think it was Cord, for the express pass because she was stupid.
She
didn't know how to do it.
We're girls. We can't do this. Are you serious?
He was like, but she just kept hammering away at him.
Seriously.
How freaking annoying.
I would have been like, just stop. It's not happening.
I know, but you know what? I guess it probably is to their advantage anyway to burn that.
Gets it out of the way.
On a weaker team because those two, I don't know how much of a brain they got between them. So I think that was probably a pretty good choice to burn the pass on.
They ended up giving them the express pass.
They might be ahead now, but in the future.
Yeah.
Anyway. Next stop, Detour, once they dropped off that little car to those cute kids at the Cultural Center.
You could pick between Featherball or China Cup.
Well, Featherball is basically hacky sack with a shuttlecock. And you had to do 10 passes in between your little group. I think there was 4 or 5, including the 2 of you in the group. That's not easy. I used to play hacky sack at lunchtime at work when, before you were born.
Okay.
Hacky sack's not that easy, especially for a spaz like me.
Yeah.
And looking at some of these people, took them a while. Alright, China Cup, which nobody actually did, so who cares? Just kidding. It's that thing where they suck the, your skin
to get your blood flowing.
Little, like baby fish tanks from a, I don't know. You know when you throw the ping pong ball in the fish tanks at a carnival?
Carnival? carnival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they suck you, and you look like a dinosaur with spots on your back. It's gross.
It's kind of weird, but no one did it.
No, so who cares? But the hacky sack show-off guys, the guy was like, bouncing off my tongue.
Yeah, well, everyone else competing in the race was having a really hard time at first.
At first, but then it seemed like they were all hacky sack champs.
Well, maybe they were like, they can do it, I'm gonna do it too.
Well, Brenchel was not the first ones to finish, but they came into the pit stop at the Promenade in first place.
So they each won $2,500.
They were actually in a foot race with Margie and Luke. Because at first Rachel was like, don't run, Brendan.
We're not going, it's not for last.
And he's like, well, what if it's for first? And she's like, run, man, run. So they came in and they got 25 each, 2,500 each.
No, here's
Did you just say
$25. Yeah, I just said that.
Okay. Then Margie and Luke in second. Then Phil got a little confused because the people were coming in fast and furious.
He's like, wait, what? Third went to Caroline and Jennifer.
Fourth, Connor and Dave. And then mistakenly, no, Connor and Dave, at first he told they were fifth. Then he was like, I'm sorry, there's too many people here.
Yeah.
We've never had this many on the mat before all at once.
The Globetrotters were in fifth, Jet and Cord in sixth, and Leo and Jamal in seventh. And all of those teams were there together. It was so close.
It was really close. The next leg's going to be interesting with everybody leaving at the same time. John and Jessica were in eighth, and in ninth, Joey and Megan, which means, unfortunately, Mark and Mallory came in last. And since everybody was so close and they were there, they were all there when Mark and Mallory came in to hear the announcement that they were eliminated from the race. And there was not a dry eye in the place.
Rachel was like...
Even the guy who welcomes them to the pit stop was like...
Yeah. It was sad. I'm sad to see them go. I would have loved to have seen them stick around longer.
And they all had a round of applause for them, which was really nice. And then they had to get the F out.
All right, next time. There's going to be a lot of dangerous water challenges, it looks like.
Yeah. And some Globetrotter dancing. Raise a roof, kids. Nothing beats that. So until next week, much love.
Edit.